All right, so I was getting my equipment together for when we leave tomorrow, everything I need for filming and for charging and all that. And Brittany thought it would be a pretty good idea to include it in the vlog. So I'm just going to kind of go over what all I'm bringing on a trip like this. Now, I don't use all this on a daily basis, but over the course of filming for several days, I probably will be using all of this at some point through that time. So, in this box here, it's a bunch of GoPro equipment. I got a couple gimbal tripods there, a couple extensions and adapters for the GoPro. Here's a suction cup that goes on the Jeep. Here are UV filters or different light filters, different colors with a light that goes on the Xenon gimbal. More adapters. I think that's just about it in that one. The second one here, we have, and this is a CF Express reader, so you need that for the with the Canon camera. It takes a different SD card, more high-powered SD card. It's actually called CF Express card, so that helps to read it and helps to just transfer it smoothly over to the MacBook. Here's another GoPro apparatus. This is the same thing. It's a floater for the GoPro, so if you drop it in the water, you won't lose it. Here's one of the GoPros. GoPro 9 is what I'm rocking still. Haven't really seen a whole lot of improvement in the 10 or the 11, and they're much, especially the 11's bulkier. So still rolling with that. It has the capability to record in 5K. This is really cool. This is a lens that I can attach onto the iPhone. It's made by Moment, and it does anamorphic effect. So basically, it'll make the nice little buttery lines across when it hits light and things like that. So it's pretty cool. I don't use it too often, but might be using a little more on this trip. Then finally, in here, things of note is the Rode video mic. So you just I can use that with the phone or with the Canon R5. Because we film so much, I do have a lot of storage on the MacBook and the iMac, but not enough. And plus, if you have too much on there, it'll start to bog down and not run as efficiently as it can. So I have the WD Black. It's got 5 terabytes of storage. So I just put that over there. Everything from Myrtle Beach I'll be putting on here. Then that way it won't take any space on either one of the computers. It's a pretty large power bank here. It's made by OtterBox, and it'll just it'll charge everything from the MacBook to the Canon to the phones. It has enough power to do all of those. Pretty handy. It's portable. And then waterproof case for the phone. We'll be around a lot of water on this trip, so it's always nice to have. One of the most important things, believe it or not, is an extension cord. It's always handy to have. Got a bag full of chargers and blocks. Another bag with the same. Got a lot of chargers being used right now because I'm still charging a lot of this. So the next big thing is and it's still charging, so I'm going to unplug it, is the Canon R5. So this hefty boy, had to buy it when we started the photography gig. Got about a $2,300 lens there, $2,500 body. But even though it was a lot of expense, it's already made its money back through the photography gig. So that's what you've been seeing here recently on the channel. I've been learning how to take video with it without messing it all up. So, but she's a beaut. This is the Mavic 3 Classic. So, really nice camera on it. Shoots high def, shoots 4K with no problem. And it's a really nice drone. Obstacle avoidance, the whole 9 yards. So, really like it. Also splurged for and we also use that in the photography thing too. But this remote, normally with drones, you have to hook your phone up to it, and it's maddening sometimes to get all that together every time you want to fly it. So instead, I search for the remote control, so everything that the drone sees, you see right there on the screen without having to hook anything up whatsoever. So they're probably the most important things that I use when it comes to filming are gimbals. And the brand, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, I've heard people pronounce it several different ways, but the Zion Smooth 5. This is a monster. It is the smoothest thing that I've used. Right now, I have a DJI gimbal on the camera that I'm using to film right now, and it has doesn't have very good range of motion. So I'll literally have it on a monopod that I'm going to show you here in a little bit, and having to lean it over just to get the kind of range I need to go right down at the table. That's not the case with the Smooth 5. It is without a doubt. I've bought a DJI gimbal. I have 3 Zion gimbals, and a I have a Movi freestyle. It's called a Cinema Robot or something like that, and none of them can hold a candle to these Zion gimbals. This one I actually won through a contest on YouTube. I submitted some work over to Zion, and they sent me this for free. So that was really cool. I was really happy with that. But this is the Smooth 5S. That's the Smooth 5. The only difference is a couple of the attachments here. And then here's another. We have another GoPro. Have this on. It's not really a gimbal. It's just kind of a stick, but you can unfold it, and it's got a tripod on the bottom. Most of the time when we're using the GoPro, we have it on this right here. And then another thing, if you're using GoPros and you use them a lot, buying one of these or another one of the battery chargers is pretty handy. So I can charge one directly with the GoPro inside, so you just open the cover here and charge right there, or you can do this. So right now I've been charging 3 of these, so all of this has been charging over the last hour or so, but I can charge 3 of these batteries at the same time. Same thing with the Canon. So you can pop that's the SD card, pop the bottom right here, or the side rather. You can charge that, and then I also have a Canon battery charger over here. I'll show you real quick. So one of those. So I can be charging this and this at the same time. 2 batteries. And really, probably if you're doing a lot of filming with the Canon, you need more. And the girls, I've been charging stuff for the girls. They have a couple portable battery chargers here. Unicorn, piece of cake. I think that's about it. Oh, I forgot the biggest boy at all. This is the Weeble 3, and this is the gimbal for the R5. It's a monster. All right, and one other thing, here's that monopod I was talking about. It extends all the way out to about 4 feet, so it's really handy too. But that's what I'm packing.
Here's Iggy's toy. Can I get it? Oh. Give it to me. Oh no.
Whenever Eric does a voiceover, who comes and is your best friend?
Hey.
Look at her. We're packing, huh? Mm-hmm. Next time we see them, we'll be at the beach. Say toodles.
Toodles.